we need your help. I'm talking, of course, about extremism and extremist ideology. Views and conduct that run counter to everything that we believe in, and which can actually tear at the fabric of who we are as an institution.
This plea from the nation's first Black Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, weeks after the January 6th insurrection, came with a request for rank and file to revisit their oath.
Read those words again. Consider what they really mean. And think about the promise that you made to yourselves and to your teammates and to your fellow citizens.
With nearly 15% of the January 6th insurrectionists tied to the military, the Pentagon also turned inward. Late last year, the Department of Defense updated its policy on radicalism to ban service members from actively participating in gangs or groups that advocate extremist ideologies. The active participation includes fundraising, attending rallies, recruitment, and training.
What they didn't do, however, is add a prohibition of membership in white nationalist organizations.
He says the military's decision not to ban membership in extremist groups is a mistake.
The act of joining an organization and making that leap to become a member is already a sign that you're deeply enmeshed inside that organization's ranks.
The issue surfaced in San Diego earlier this year over reports that the Marine reservist son of former local Republican Party leader Tony Krvaric tried to join a notorious neo-Nazi group. 21-year-old Victor Krvaric allegedly applied to be in the Patriot Front, which the Southern Poverty Law Center calls a white nationalist hate group. Christine Chavala, a Black Navy vet who served in San Diego, says racism and extremism remain present in the military.
It's masked with things like favoritism. It's masked with some manipulation in different arenas. I won't go into too much details on that, but I just think that it's definitely still there. It's just well hidden.
A Marine spokesman told KPBS that the Corps is investigating Krvaric, but it's unclear if he would be in violation of the military's new policy unless he did more than just join the Patriot Front. For example, the new rules forbid service members from liking or sharing extremist posts on social media. William Braniff is director of the National Consortium for the Study of Terrorism and Responses to Terrorism. He says the constant presence of social media makes this change vital, but he has heard concerns.
There's a lot of pushback, like, this is overreach and the DOD is going to kick somebody out of the military for retweeting or reposting something. Isn't that silly? Well, no, not at all. I think what the DOD has recognized is that social media matters.
However, the military is still not screening the social media of its service members, even though polling of people in the military in recent years shows roughly a third have encountered racist and white supremacist views.
So the problem is endemic, but when those service members go to report that, it's unclear as to how that is handled. As to whether or not there will be clear procedures for discipline and for response.
Burkhart says it's a sharp contrast with the military's policy on other conduct. Consider that proof of adultery by a service member can lead to docked pay, discharge, and even confinement. Chavala, the Navy vet, believes it will be tough to convince the military brass to take the same hard line on extremists.
So deeply rooted into everything that they do, if they started to unravel that thread, it's going to break apart a huge structure that they've already built, causing them to have to rebuild it all over again.
Amita, Sharma, KPBS News.